Hello and Happy New Year, and welcome to episode 101 of the CinePhellas Podcast. That's right, CinePhellas, the only place where John Wick dropped a pencil or a can of twisted tea. For the CinePhellas,
Kevin.
Armando.
I'm Hector.
I'm Henry.
I'm Uncle Logan.
In the eyes of a ranger.
well, that roll call went slower than the whole 2020 year, but anyways, for the first time here, we're joined by my personal South Florida friend, comic book lover, Spider-Man fan, Hector. So, Hector, we've known each other for a while. We go to Tate's Comics. We go to like Comic-Cons and local comic book events. So, Hector, why don't you tell the fellas what you're about?
I've been into comic books, superheroes, movies, mainly the superhero content for as long as I can remember. But I also like some other stuff like Star Wars, some other action-oriented stuff. I'm more like into action adventure kind of stuff. But there's some other things I'm into. Like for example, I've been getting into the Resident Evil video games last year. Also, I love The Last of Us. Let's not talk about the sequel. Let's not talk about that.
Oh, we gotta talk about
No, let's not. Let's not. I also enjoyed some other stuff like Fast and Furious. I enjoyed my God, I can't even, man, there's like a lot. I can't even like think right now. But mainly when it comes to like me talking about movies and such, it is the big superhero stuff and all that. Like that's what I'm into. Obviously Spider-Man, as you can tell, is in the background, my favorite. But I also love Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, X-Men, Hulk. My God, if I'm doing a list, we'll be here all day. So
I've been doing movie reviews for a while because I see your reviews on Facebook for like
I've been doing reviews for some time. I don't have like an official site. I mean, I did, but last year my previous Facebook account got deleted. I don't know why. That's a long story. I don't know how. But I did have a page. But I wasn't there for that long. I just kind of did some stuff, and then next thing I just kind of like, I didn't forget about it. I don't know, for some reason I just lost interest in that. But I've been doing more reviews and all that, and I've been reviewing like a lot of because of what happened last year, the COVID situation. I just was looking back on a lot of like old superhero movies, like before the MCU, but also some of the more recent stuff and all that. So, that's what I've been doing more or less, and also Star Wars and all that kind of stuff.
Well, hopefully you find a new home at CinePhellas, man. It's good to
Yeah,
have you.
yeah. Welcome, bro.
Yeah, welcome.
Well, thank you so much. Hopefully things will go well from here. Do not pull a 2020 on this, please. I'm scared about that.
No, but that's cool, Hector. I really like the Spider-Man posters. By the way, who's your favorite Spider-Man?
Yes. I actually don't know because there's like a lot, but if I had to pick a few, I have to say Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland. Those are really the two that stand out for me. Mm-hmm. Andrew Garfield's fine, though I haven't really watched the Amazing Spider-Man films for like 6 years, probably. It's been a while. And I'm trying to figure out what else, but also I like some other stuff like the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s. Also enjoyed it in Spectacular Spider-Man, and also some of the other cartoons that he's been in, and also the video games as well. Like I really enjoyed the Spider-Man PS4 video game that came out a couple years back that I really enjoyed, and yeah. So, and also Into the Spider-Verse, that was great too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Though I don't know if this counts. Though this is a Spider-Man character. I mean, also I'm probably the minority in this, but I love the Venom movie with Tom Hardy. I know a lot of people don't like that movie, but I personally love it. I know it's not great, but I loved it.
I bought it. I actually do like it.
I like it too.
Okay, good. Yeah, I just let it in because of Tom Hardy and some of the action. It also kind of reminded me of the simpler times when the 2000s, where Marvel was doing a lot of weird movies back then. I know like it wasn't MCU related, but still, I love those movies back then. That was my childhood right there.
No, same here, man.
Yeah, it was simpler times. Didn't have to worry about anything. Just watching those things. Those were fun.
All right. So, did you guys watch any new movies to start off, like the new year or anything?
For me, nothing much. I mean, in terms of the movies, like I've seen most recently, I mean, this is Oh wait, are you talking about like current releases or just anything?
Whatever you want, man.
I recently saw the Death of Superman on Blu-ray, the animated one that came out a couple years back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I don't
I
watch those animated ones too much, but I know I should.
Yeah, it was well, obviously it's based on the Death of Superman arc. Actually, I just picked up recently Reign of the Supermen. I haven't watched that one yet, and also I picked up Justice League Apocalypse Wars, which I know that came
was
out.
fantastic.
Yeah, that apparently I heard a lot of horrible things happen in this movie, and it's R-rated, so that should be fun.
So, Bob, did you ever see Assault on Arkham? That's like one of the few DC animated.
Ooh, that's a good one. That was good.
It is. Yeah.
Honestly, one of the best ones is Flashpoint.
Oh yeah, that was good too. I enjoyed that one. Though, my God, like the fact that Flash changed that one thing and then everything got messed up, that was just
Hey, butterfly effect, man. Butterfly effect.
yeah. It's just
And
crazy. This is
Ashton Kutcher shouldn't make movies because of the butterfly effect.
wait, what?
Just joking. I like the butterfly effect.
Oh, okay, I was like, what? No, I didn't catch that part. I was like, what?
And I know you guys, I guess I'm one of the few who actually I like the movie, but I have issues with it. Wonder Woman 1984.
I actually like that one too. I actually enjoy that one. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, I have my issues with it too, but I mean, I liked it for what it was, and I really liked. I mean, that movie more or less kind of solidified my love for Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and there was some fun action in it too. And I actually like the villains. I'm surprised a lot of people don't like them, but I personally really like Cheetah and Maxwell Lord. I thought those were really good, and I like that it didn't. And I like that it had its emotional moments. Like I really liked a lot of the scenes in the movie.
Okay, cool. Like with me personally, like I'm just gonna say my thoughts and give my quick rating. Kristen Wiig was kind of wasted.
Yes.
Like she was not,
Absolutely.
she didn't really need to be in the movie, in my opinion. I felt like they put her in there just to say, well, we need to put a villain that people recognize, like comic book fans. And the golden suit, as awesome as it looked, it didn't do anything. Like
You're not wrong.
No purpose.
Representation, and the only reason they did that was because of Kingdom Come.
exactly with
that
that
big
Yeah.
thing, so they wanted to normalize it. But no, Gal Gadot should always be Wonder Woman. I mean, honestly, she's fantastic. Her performance was amazing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, her and Chris Pine have that amazing chemistry.
Yeah.
Speaking of Chris Pine, why didn't they just bring back Chris Pine? Why is he in
Why is there a creepy dude? Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
I don't know.
The funny
And
thing
she
is,
basically raped that guy.
I was gonna say there is that big like Me Too movement that should be coming from that guy.
oh
randomly.
my God. Like, it's funny. I never thought about it. I just but maybe it's just because I was so invested in the relationship. I was thinking like, oh, this is nice. And then afterwards, everyone was mentioning that whole thing in regards to that whole situation. I thought, oh shit. I'm like, oh God. Like, why can't it just been like, maybe it's in a body, but it's not like, it's just manifested, but it's not an actual person. I don't know. I think they could have done it a different way. I mean, I guess the reason why I'm thinking in my head why they did it that way is just to show that it, like, what you wish for, it comes at a cost, and maybe that's what they were trying to go with. But
Whose cost was that? Like that poor bastard went to sleep and had sex with the sexiest woman in the world, and then woke up. Like that's bogus.
I don't know. I'm trying.
That's a
I was
reverse
trying to think.
Cosby
Well,
in
she
my
did.
eyes.
Right.
Well, she did lose her powers, and then again, like they're stealing someone's identity and all that. I don't know. It's I will admit that whole situation was complicated, but I didn't even think about it when I first saw it. But then people mentioned it, I'm like, oh, what do we do?
And like maybe I'm being like overly sensitive or anything, but I was thinking, does that guy have a wife? Does he have children? Does he have a job he's not going to and now he's fired? Like stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, no, everyone's been asking that question too.
Mhm. And then like I know I sound like I'm bashing the movie, but also another thing, that scene where Chris Pine is trying on all the 80s clothes
Oh,
did not need to be there. It
I
was
thought it
big-
was funny.
it was
I
an
know, it
It was
made me
cute.
laugh.
I like that.
Yeah, it made me laugh.
was- every
Yeah.
80s movie had that dress of what should I wear on the date. I took it as an 80s trope, as a little nod.
and
Yeah.
another thing with the 80s too, it
No
doesn't
music.
feel like the 80s. It feels like
No
the
No
80s.
music. Yeah.
That was the one thing that pissed me
No
off. There's no
music.
80s music, you know,
Mhm.
to like elevate the movie. And I'm like,
What-
brought me out of the movie. I'm like, come on,
Was it-
really?
Oh,
The trailer
wasn't there?
did, but
Wait,
there might have been one, but
There was like one song with the cheetah, but everything that was it. There was like one song. And
Oh,
she's like walking in.
Was Cherry Bomb? Was that the song? For some reason, I'm thinking.
I don't remember.
The trailer was Blue Monday.
Oh, see,
yeah,
that's right.
Wasn't
yeah.
it?
Actually, what's funny, I don't know if this is a controversial opinion. I don't think so. But I remember like a few years ago, X-Men Apocalypse, which was also set in the 80s. Comparing those two, I think Wonder Woman 84 is easily the better film in terms of like the 80s setting, because that Wonder Woman 84 felt like the 80s, whereas X-Men Apocalypse, aside from a few key little things, it didn't really feel like an 80s movie. It just felt like another X-Men movie. And yeah, because like Wonder Woman had the colors, it had the trying to figure out like the color palette and all that stuff, and also the setting as well. Like it actually looked like something that you would see from the 80s, you know. So I give Wonder Woman credit for that thing. So that's another thing I liked about it. It really felt like I was in the 80s, and I actually even wanted to live in that time period if I could.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
And then like my last real critique of the movie.
Right?
Yeah.
I saw those malls and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I remember weekends.
Yeah.
And then like my one last critique with the movie is it's like a feminist movie that kind of hates men, because like you have the guy who's always there, like he's just drunk and just there to say sexual things like, hey, bring your fucking ass over here, woman. And
Well,
then-
Niles, that's all that was on the streets in the 80s. That was just how are you, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm not even kidding. Like people in the movie, like I understand Gal Gadot, like she's gorgeous as all hell, but like men literally go like, "Where you going?" Like they just don't.
LL Cool J licking his lips in the background.
Exactly.
Can I get you coffee, tea, me? And it's like,
Yeah.
and then like yeah, just little stuff like that. And then they have the black guy who's homeless and he's just there to get pizza from Kristen Wiig. And I'm like, you're decent, but why do you have to be homeless? And then
Reasons.
and then the last real critique is what else do I want to say? Oh, how many people would actually renounce their wish?
Oh, I wouldn't. Hell no.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I think just actually I've heard some interesting theories what could happen. I heard like one that maybe that whole renouncing the wish, maybe that was Bruce's death. I mean, not Bruce's death, Bruce's parents' death, like Thomas and Martha Wayne. I heard that theory, like, oh, they might have died from that situation. Which, if that's the case, that could be interesting. And there's some proof to that theory that that music that was playing during that sequence where Wonder Woman's like saying, you know, the truth is beautiful and all that. You hear the music that's playing, it's actually the same music that plays during the death of the Waynes in the beginning of Batman v Superman.
I did.
So
Okay.
yeah, apparently that's the same music, and it actually is. So I thought it was kind of interesting. So that'd be kind of cool if that was connected to, but I don't know if that's gonna mean anything later in the future, because as we all know, a lot of the future DC movies are kind of standalone, which I'm completely fine with. It's just it was just an interesting detail I heard from someone. So I don't know, it'd be kind of neat.
It'd be weird if you're going to try to say the Waynes died in 84, and then yet here comes Ben Affleck, who was like 20 in the 80s.
Yeah.
But like, I think, yeah, I have to look in it exactly the time period when the Waynes died in terms of the timeline. So I don't know. Then again, looking at timelines, as Deadpool said, it's confusing.
Well, other than that, like I had fun with the movie. Like I have my problems with it, and that's part of loving a movie too. Is, you know, talking about how it could be better. I like the first Wonder Woman a lot more, but I don't think this is the worst DC movie by any means. Like truthfully,
Justice League.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like Justice League, that's still the worst. I would even put this up to Aquaman. So truthfully, I would give this like a 3.5 out of 5 hair pieces.
I think I'd give it. Yeah, I'd probably give it a. I'd give it a 3.
I give it 2.5.
I'm a 2.5 too.
For me, I give it. I don't know. I don't want to do like ratings because like I'm not really the best with it. But I guess in terms of like, I guess I agree with Niall on that one. A 3.5 out of 5. I have my problems with it, sure, but I still enjoyed it, and the emotional moments worked for me, and I was happy with it. And plus, considering like how the year was and all that, I was more than happy with it. And I totally own it on Blu-ray when it comes around.
The one thing I really liked was we got the invisible jet without it being hokey. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was the
I
one
agree.
thing I was happy with.
That
It's
was
just
amazing.
like, oh, there we go. We can acknowledge that, and now we're good.
Yeah, it was great.
I thought Pedro Pascal was awesome too.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian, yeah.
He
He
saved
was
that movie.
good, but he could be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Movie's good, but it can be better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
For me, it just had such big expectations. It kind of didn't live up to it, so it brought it down a little bit for me. But I mean, it was fun enough. It just wasn't as good as I was expecting. The way Patty
That's
Jenkins, the interviews were
Have
talking.
you guys been to IMDb? Like, they hate it.
I know, yeah.
It's like,
I
didn't hate it.
I didn't think it was that. I don't know. I never had an issue with the movie that much. I mean, I had my problems, yeah, but I never went as far to say it was like a dumpster fire. I mean, the thing is, I already experienced a dumpster fire. I don't know if this counts, but I guess I'll get into it later. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's nowhere near as bad as some people are making it out to be. Then again, I'm not really into like that whole outrage culture unless like I genuinely feel that way. Like, I rather like look at it, see the positives and negatives, and take it as, was it a good experience or a bad experience or both? And that was more of a good experience than a bad experience. And honestly, I would say I preferred Wonder Woman 84 over Birds of Prey, which was also another movie that came out this year. Birds of Prey was fine. It was perfectly fine. It just didn't really blow me away. I mean, I loved Harley Quinn, though, in the movie and some other stuff, too. But just as a story, I was just kind of like, it's a Harley Quinn movie. It's cool. Though the movie should have been called Harley Quinn featuring the origins of the Birds of Prey, because Birds of Prey was like happening at the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was actually the last movie I saw in theater, and which I really hope that's not the last movie I see in theaters, because I don't
Oh man, that would not be good.
That would be really weird. Actually, speaking of which, like, Wonder Woman 84 was the first and last movie I saw this year in theaters.
Really nice.
Yeah, I was trying to see some other movies like Birds of Prey and Sonic and all that stuff, but because of college and all that, and then of course the stupid virus and COVID-19 came in and screwed me over. So that was great.
Hector, which theater did you go to?
I went to Paragon, I believe. I'm trying to remember the exact name of it, but it wasn't that far. It was like, I was going to go like to Cinemark, but I thought, nah, that's way too far, or I didn't want to drive all the way there.
It's closed, and I know the one at Sawgrass is closed too.
Yeah, Sawgrass, that was closed, but Cinemark, I thought that was open. I checked if it was open, and it was apparently.
Okay.
So, or unless I missed something, I don't know. But I know it. But I did look it up, and it was open apparently. But so.
How many other people were at the screening?
A lot more than I expected. Not to the point where it was like fully seated, but there was a lot more than I expected. I'm trying to remember like how many. But yeah, I did see quite a few seats filled up, but not like filled up. Yeah, not like that. No, but definitely a lot more than I expected.
And I wanted to ask you guys something about movies too, like the underrated movies of 2020. Do you guys have any?
I don't see too many new movies. I just saw mostly old movies.
Yeah.
If it was on Amazon Prime, that was all I watched.
Well, I know that one.
Yeah.
Could I? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if this counts, but I did see this in 2020. But this is not a recent movie. I finally got to see Blade for the first time, the one with Wesley Snipes, and that is like now one of my favorite movies of all time. That movie was amazing. Like
Hector, how old are you? How old are you?
24.
Okay, yeah.
I know what you're gonna say. It's just the thing is, I wanted to watch it, but like the thing was like, obviously when it came out around the time, I was way too young to watch that. I was like less than 2, so I couldn't watch that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Vampires, like sex, blood, all that. Yeah, so I can't watch that. I did watch a little bit of a long time ago, but it was at the very end, like when Blade and Frost were fighting, which I remember, and that was cool. But that was as far as I went. And I did see a little bit of the Blade TV series. I don't know if anyone remembers that show.
I never watched
It was on,
but I know it.
yeah, it was on Spike, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
With Sticky
yeah,
Fingers.
Sticky Finger.
Yeah, I forgot about
yeah,
that.
yeah. So I saw that. So yeah, I saw that, and I love the first one. But the second one was pretty good too. And Trinity, it was a nice audition tape for Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
Mhm.
Yes.
Sticky Fingers. That's a nice name for when Logan tags me in more Gal Gadot pictures.
Wait,
The
what?
lotion. The lotion emoji.
Sticky fingers and tissues.
Oh my god.
For Mahershala Ali. I'm really excited to see what he does with Blade.
Oh yeah, no, same
Did you
here.
see the
I'm really
deep fake of
looking forward to
that?
What's
Where
up?
No,
They
I
deep
didn't
faked
see it.
Mahershala Ali into
I didn't see
Wesley
that.
Snipes' role. Yeah, it was pretty cool. He looks just, yeah, it'll
Yeah,
look
that guy's
good.
awesome. I love it. It's one of my favorite actors. And he's,
Yeah.
I think, gonna kick ass in that role.
I
Hell
do.
yeah.
Well, if you
I
guys have
did-
seen Elite Battle Angel, he was basically
Yeah.
That
Blade
was
in
his
that.
tryout. Yeah. He had
Yeah,
the
that was him as
Yeah.
Blade, and it really works. Like, he's so awesome in that movie.
Wow. Yeah, like my yeah, I kind of wonder though how they're gonna approach that movie because two things. One, a lot of the other MCU movies are PG-13, and Blade that was
Yeah.
rated R. So I'm kind of wondering like, are they gonna
They're gonna pop it down. Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
What year did that come out? Blade?
1998, the first one.
That was the first DVD I ever got. Blade.
Yeah,
Oh,
now
wow.
we just got the 4K of it. I need to
Yeah.
rewatch it.
Yeah, it's like I love that first movie a lot. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do with the character. So I mean, I don't know what to expect, but I'm looking forward to it. And I did I kind of hope Wesley Snipes has a cameo in it or something. Or
I'm sure he will. I got a
Yeah.
feeling he'll have a cameo.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's doing Coming to America too. I don't know if I want to see him in much after that.
Didn't he cameo in What We Do in the Shadows as Blade?
Yeah.
oh, I don't know.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Okay, now I gotta watch that.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
need to
watch.
catch up, Logan.
I didn't watch
That's a good
season
show.
2
You
yet.
should watch that. It's
You
funny.
ruined it.
The movie's amazing. TV show's good, especially like who ends up like, because even the new cast members have been really good. That's a
Yeah.
solid ass show. I didn't think I was gonna like the show because I love the movie so much, but no, they kept it going real well.
Yeah. Matthew Berry steals the show.
Yeah. He's great.
He's from the IT crowd. He's a great actor, English actor.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's like my favorite show. I have that on Netflix whenever I'm bored or doing something. I'll put on the IT crowd and just let it keep running because the Peter File thing had me crying the first time I watched it. Where he's like, "Well, what's your email? It's file.peter." Why is it Peter? That's my name, Peter File. He's like, "Who's a pedophile?"
Oh my god.
It's one of my, that's an underrated show. I don't care what year it is. Real quick, underrated TV movie. Honestly, The Hunt should have gotten so much more love. I'm sorry, that movie was a
That was
great.
Yeah,
I
that
have
was
that on
fun.
my list.
The Hunt and Ready or Not are both like phenomenal movies that didn't get nearly as much love as they deserved. I thought The Hunt was great, and
Yep.
then I thought Ready or Not was absolutely like almost flawless.
Yeah. But that is on my list too for underrated movies.
The Hunt was so good. I mean,
It really was. I didn't really expect much like going in, and I had a great time with it. A lot of great kill scenes.
no, yeah,
Yeah,
and the-
half the cast they basically featured in the trailer died within like the first 25 minutes of that movie.
Yeah.
I
What?
love
Like the
that
first
so
25
much.
minutes, almost everyone just dies.
Dude, it's so like Emma Roberts. Like I
Wild
really
too,
thought,
not
oh,
like
here she goes.
easy and nice.
No, yeah, there's no boom and everyone's gone. It was just, it was a good movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I like when Emma Roberts got killed off. That was cool.
And I feel like she's the same in almost every movie.
I
She
feel like
is.
she's the same in life as well. She's about as bad as an actor as her father.
Nobody talks about Eric like that.
Snake is good.
No, what was it? He was in what was it?
Ghost of
The
the
Pope
Past.
of, what was that? The Pope of,
Popo Greenwich Village.
yeah, that was it. Yeah, I really
That's
like.
probably his best one. Yeah.
Bunch of shitty 80s action movies.
Yeah, anything because my sister's in it.
He was in one of the Dark Knight movies, right? Which
Yeah,
one
it was Sal Maroni.
The Dark Knight.
Like-
Yeah, he was
Okay.
the mobster guy.
It was good.
I'm trying to remember which one. In the second movie, The Dark Knight, trying to remember the guy. I can't remember. I don't know. There's like so many movies I still haven't seen and all that. So I feel like I know who you're talking about, but I'm thinking like, is it that one? And then someone's like, no, it's this one. Like,
Remember
the guy
in
that
the
Batman
club?
drops off the roof.
oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
That was the one I was thinking of in my head.
Yeah. I got one. Emma. I know everyone's going crazy over Anna Taylor-Joy for Queen's Gambit, but I thought she was really good in Emma this year. That was like one of the last movies that came out before the theater shut down.
I remember
I need to watch that.
Yeah, I watched that
I've
too.
been saying it.
There was one I just remembered. On Corp, it was like a Netflix original, and it's about this guy. He basically he wants to be a sommelier, and he's like goes to like these classes to like learn how to like learn all kinds of wine, and he's like working at his like parents' like barbecue restaurant, and they really don't believe in him. His dad is like, you gotta work here at the company. And basically the whole movie is like him trying to get to be a sommelier. He goes like across to France, and like his mom helps him pay for it, his girlfriend helps him pay for it, and it's basically just him trying to get into like the world of wine and get more educated into it. It's a really good movie.
Is anyone in it? Like famous?
The main guy, I think it's Mahmoud Ati. He was in that Unicorn Store movie with Brie Larson. He's like the main guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Courtney B. Vance is the dad. And other than that, yeah, it's not really like a lot of big names in it, but it was really good.
No,
So nothing to whine about, right?
What's going on?
So nothing to whine about, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to do that.
No, it's a good one.
That's fine. Oh, and I watched the Go-Go's documentary too. That was really good. It was pretty good. Like, it was just them talking about like when they got famous in the 80s, like getting started, and they were in like the punk scene. Like, I didn't know too much of their music. Well, it's like I knew like the big stuff, but it was just crazy because like they just talked since it was the 80s, of course, they got to talk about how much cocaine they did. And how they would go and this is the time we did cocaine. We would go in the room, do cocaine before we performed. And it's like a lot of stuff like that. Like, it's like a standard like documentary, but like I like that Showtime just keeps making like these music documentaries. I always trying to watch them every now and again, and that one was pretty good. So if you like that, man, it's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I know I do this every time, but I actually have a list of underrated movies. I have The Hunt too, like most of you. The Color of Space. Remember that one with Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, that was good.
That was on my
that
list.
was a good one.
Oh,
I forgot about that one.
yeah.
I didn't know that one. I didn't. Wait a minute. Hold on. I saw a lot of Nicolas Cage posts lately from some people. Wait, was it from that movie?
No, probably about the curse word thing on Netflix now.
History of swear words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was a little confused. Like, because I'm like thinking,
I never. It's a great movie. It's fucked up.
Yeah. Wait. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked up?
12.
12. Oh God.
It's H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh no! I don't think
All you need is Nicolas Cage and H.P. Lovecraft, and that's the selling point, pretty much.
Nicolas Cage.
I mean, I like Nicolas Cage, but I don't know.
Dude, that and Mandy. Mandy was in a
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's like that.
Oh,
And then
oh God.
my other movie is Enola Holmes on Netflix. I feel like if that were in the theater, that would have gotten more buzz. And unlike Wonder Woman 84, I know I keep going back to that movie, but it doesn't like hit you in the head with like the feminist thing. Like, it doesn't beat you over the head with it. Like, it's nice and whatnot. And Henry Cavill is good in it too.
Oh, Superman's in there. I did not know that.
Oh yeah, he's in
Yeah.
it.
He's
Sherlock.
I have The Last Black Man in San Francisco. It's an A24 movie.
Great.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's really great.
Right? Yeah.
Pardon?
I said Jonathan Majors is in that, right? John Majors?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another guy I like. That guy's awesome.
Okay.
And then my most underrated movie of 2020 is The Gentleman.
Yeah, some movie. I love
It's a
that
good
movie.
choice.
That was
Love that
badass movie.
And the only thing I want to say about The Gentleman real quick is the dialogue and the characters are amazing. And
Yes.
I want to see these characters again.
There's a rumor they may be doing a television show with it.
TV show, yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard that too.
I haven't
yeah
heard
I'd
that.
watch that in a heartbeat.
Me too, yeah. I love the characters. They're some of my favorite characters this year.
Yeah, I got a few more. I got Hansel and Gretel.
You know what's weird is I went to a pawn shop, you know, because you'll see weird movies, and I actually got that for like $2 on Blu-ray. It was Hansel and Gretel, and
that's cool.
a couple of the other ones, but I didn't know if it was good or not. I hadn't watched it yet.
The cinematography is amazing in that movie.
I like it. Yeah, Oz Perkins is the director. He's the son to Anthony Perkins.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And Buffalo. Did everyone see Buffalo? No one saw that.
Wait,
No.
Buffalo? What is that?
It's what's her name? She was in
Zoe
Zombieland. Zoe. God damn. She's Leia Thompson's daughter. Yeah, it's Zoe Deutsch.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, and she's like a debt collector, and she has to close a debt, and she starts working for the debt collection agency. And Jai Courtney's good in it too, and I really don't care for Jai Courtney.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was in that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah.
and Logan, you reviewed this movie. The movie with Emma Roberts that Oz Perkins did. Black Coat's Daughter.
Black Coat's Daughter, yeah.
My memory's not what it used to be. Sorry.
Obviously, mine's not either.
Okay.
I'm like, which one?
My last movie is Greenland. Did anyone see that movie?
Yes, it was cool.
I was looking for it. I couldn't find it, so I didn't watch it. That's all I wanted to.
With Greenland, it actually has everything stacked up against it for it to fail. Like came out in 2020. It's a disaster movie. It's a Butler of all people, but it's actually really good. I'm serious. Because it doesn't focus so much on the disaster. It focuses on the family. And I'm like, it has the kid. I don't know the kid's name. The kid from Dr. Sleep and Deadpool's wife. I'm sorry with the names right now.
Morana, I can't pronounce the name for life of me. Morana.
Deadpool's Italian girl.
Deadpool's wife.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But like the movie's actually really good, and the CGI I found it to be pretty good. Like I said to myself, like, oh my God, the world, it looks terrible. So like, to me, that was an underrated movie too.
Yeah, I like that movie. Really
I'll throw out The Rental, Dave Franco's horror movie, suspense one.
Yeah.
Yes, good choice.
Yeah, that didn't get a lot of love. I think it fell under the radar. Also, for it being such a big Netflix movie, I think The Devil All the Time didn't really get a lot of
I still
notoriety. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, that was
At all.
That was Henry and I's #1 movie of 2020.
And it's a stacked cast. Yeah,
Stacked cast.
Yeah, it was our #1. Yeah. So definitely check it out if you haven't. Yeah, The Devil All the Time. Robert Pattinson as a Southern Baptist preacher. Tom Holland.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. All right.
Sebastian Stan. On and
And
on.
Skarsgård's in there too, right?
Yep, Bill Skarsgård. Yep. Uncle Jason Clark's in it.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Yep. It's really good. You guys need to check it out for sure.
Oh wait, do Batman and Spider-Man actually fight in that movie? That's what I need to know. Like,
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if there's. They had scenes together for sure. I don't know. Did they fight in that movie? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Pattinson and Holland. I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I just that's how my brain works. Like if an actor played this character and is teaming up with another character that's from this movie, that's just how my brain works. Like,
right. Especially since they're the current superheroes. So.
Yeah. So I thought it was a fun little thing to do.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think Holland shows up in the church and he's gonna do something to him, but they don't fight.
Yeah. Okay. I need to watch it again.
If I remember correctly, I only watched it once. I don't think they do.
Logan, you didn't like The Babysitter too, right?
I didn't see it. I never got around to watching it.
Oh, I thought you didn't like it for some reason. Okay.
Underrated movies for me, Becky. That was a surprisingly really awesome flick. You guys already said Color of Space. Arkansas is another underrated flick of the year. Clark Duke's directorial debut with Vince Vaughn, Liam Hemsworth. Mm-hmm. Awesome flick. And that's all I got. You guys brought up everything else I had on my list.
No, Becky was cool. She could have been used at the Capitol.
Home Alone on steroids.
I got one. Batman. Did anyone?
Fat Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman was awesome.
That was very cool.
Oh, that's the Nicolas Cage movie I was thinking about.
No,
no. It was Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson. I'm sorry. Oh God, sorry.
It's like you're not
Oh my God, I'm like,
in such like a serious, straight manner. That's what I like about it.
really?
Walton Goggins versus Fat Man Mel Gibson as Santa. Yep.
And I love the wife.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Well, I forgot her name. What's her name?
I don't know her name, but yeah, I was like, I've seen this lady in several movies here. Yeah, she was really good in it.
It's a British actress. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
British. Yep.
And Bob, you said you didn't like the George Clooney movie because you said Fat Man and made me think of Mel Gibson's beard, and he has same George Clooney beard.
No, I just couldn't. It was dragging ass, and it might have just been the day. I was just sitting there like, oh, all right, like it was forcing myself. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pause. I'm going to watch some other stuff, clear the palate, and then I'll come back to it. It just felt like, I'll put it like, maybe it was just the day. Like, just everything felt like I was just sloshing through swamp at that point. Like, it was just slow moving and all that.
Wait, did you finish it?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, no, I thought it was cool. I liked it a lot.
No,
I thought Clooney did a really good job of it.
I'll give it another shot. Like I said, I cleared my palate with the last of Cobra Kai. That's when I decided to binge the last like 3 or 4 episodes of Cobra Kai, and I was really glad I did that.
I'll be honest, like Midnight's, like I see your criticisms, Bob. It is kind of slow, and there were some points where I was like, I'm gonna look at my phone right now. But like the ending is a little open-ended, like too open-ended in my opinion. Like Kevin, you saw it, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, I understand it.
Yeah, but I kind of like it. Like it's a movie I remember.
I thought the sequence when what's her name got cut, and you see the blood and how that was awesome. That was really cool.
Is this for Fat Man still or for something else? I'm sorry if I'm not.
Midnight Sky.
I finally saw The Sound of Metal. How do you guys feel about that? I know Logan.
I've never heard.
What'd you say? What?
What? Yeah, Little John. What?
Boo! Bad joke. That was good. One of my favorites of the year, man. I could relate to that movie in so many ways. Playing drums, losing my hearing, looking like Riz Ahmed. Being Indian.
Oh, okay, that's another one I heard. I got it.
Not that
Logan, who's the supporting guy in that? Sound Metal.
I don't know his name.
No, but was he good? Was he good though?
Yeah, he was good, really good.
He's winning a lot of the awards around all the all the critics circles are giving out their awards now. And he's like grabbing a lot of them.
Yeah, he's really good in that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Are you talking about the guy that takes him in and like
teaches
him?
I didn't see it, but yeah, it's an older.
Yeah, he is really good, and he's really. I want to say he's really deaf, and he knows sign language in real life, and I think he's in some band or something.
I was actually trying to learn the sign language while watching it. Like, I know it's weird, but I was like
some things are pretty straightforward. Yeah, and that one lady's from The Walking Dead. I guess she must be actually deaf too, because she does sign language in The Walking Dead as well. I don't know if any of you still watch that. I don't, but I watched it up until a couple seasons ago.
Yeah, same here. I quit and just never went back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a depressing movie, but really good at the same time.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I don't know if I would watch. It's a good movie, but I don't know if I would watch it.
I wouldn't watch. Yeah, watching it one time, I think you're good. It's not a movie you want to revisit,
Yeah. Did anyone see The History of Swear Words?
I started watching the first episode. Yeah.
I watched the
whole. Oh, that's a show.
Yeah, with Nicolas Cage on Netflix.
Yep.
Nicolas Cage.
They covered all the swear words that you use all the time.
I'm gonna cut Nicolas Cage into this video every time we bring him up.
It never just goes away. The goddamn contract is somewhere in the goddamn fucking files!
My favorite part's when he's talking to his lap. You think he's talking to his crotch. He's like, yeah, you're really good. Yeah, we should do that later. And then he pulls up his iPad. He's like, I'm talking to my manager.
Oh, man.
So, and then he's talking about big dick energy, but he's like, they should have named it Big Nick Energy.
Oh,
did you guys see someone put him holding the Declaration of Independence within one of the pictures from the Capitol?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ominous
Hilarious,
Declaration of Independence.
Totally plausible. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he was in one of the pictures. Turns out Nicolas Cage stole the Declaration. considering how lax the security was there. People just walked up.
Lack thereof. Yeah.
I wouldn't. Actually, Nicolas Cage stealing the Declaration of Independence would probably be the most normal thing to happen, considering everything else.
Right. No jokes.
What? I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah,
Logan, do you have a sticky finger situation in the bathroom?
He went to see what Mama was cooking.
I went upstairs to see what Mama was cooking in the kitchen.
Real quick,
It smelled like some pussy pie.
I know we're talking about movies and all that, and but because of last year, any video games that you thought you really enjoyed or something you absolutely despise? I got one best and one worst for me. So
Fallen Order for me, and Logan probably too. Star Wars Fallen Order.
That game. Oh, I love that game. Though that was like 2019, but I'll let that slide. That was a really good game.
I played it last year. So
yeah, we played it last year.
Okay, that counts. But for me, my best of 2020. I know some people. Again, I don't know how many of you guys play Resident Evil. I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, because I actually really enjoyed the remake of Resident Evil 3. That actually, to me, if that was a movie, that would be like the best movie for me this year. And the reason why is because that game was a lot of fun. It was like a right amount of like action and horror, and also I just love the characters and all that. Like, and I actually enjoyed the story and everything. Jill Valentine, like, she was amazing in that game. She was like, I don't know. It's funny. Like, I was playing it, and some of the stuff she was experiencing and all that. I feel like I would be in that situation like her. Like, I would act like her in that situation. So it just made me go like, yep, I love this girl. And then and I also love Carlos as well. He's another character you play as, and he was a lot of fun too. And Nemesis, like, he was basically like this stalker character that comes in and tries to kill you, and he's a lot of fun to fight. He's annoying, but he's fun to fight. And there's a lot of zombies, a lot of creatures. It's just insane, but it's so much fun. It's short, and the thing is, I paid that game $60, and I knew what I was getting into, yet I did not regret it. I did not regret it at all. It was the best $60 I ever spent. So do not do that all the time. Just don't.
Did you play the original?
I did not. I knew about it. I know about it a lot. I want to play the original though, but I know it's different because I heard they cut out a lot of stuff. So which is unfortunate, but I still love the remake though. Yes, I did play the remake of 2 as well. That was another thing I really liked about this year, or 2020. Like, because last year I was really getting into Resident Evil, and I really enjoyed the remake of Resident Evil 2. So that game, to me, that's like one of my favorite games of all time, along with the remake of 3. It was just so good. Like, I couldn't help but smile every time I think about it.
I heard in Resident Evil 3, what they took out from the original is in Resident Evil 3 and PS1, you have choices at certain points in the game. I heard that's not in the new one though. No, there's like quick time events, but there's not really much choice, which is unfortunate. But the game itself, like, if I did play the original, I probably would feel a little differently. But since I was getting into it, I was fine with it for the most part. And again, the story we have is still good. You know, I love the story for me personally, and the characters and all that. So I thought, so again, and as a companion piece to Resident Evil 2, I thought it was great. Like, if it actually makes me want to like play Resident Evil 2 and 3 back to back, so yeah, you should. Yeah, so I thought it was really good. Wait, what was your worst? I know some people are probably gonna think I'm exaggerating. Honestly, it's not just the worst video game, it's the worst anything I've ever experienced in my life. It is so bad. Oh my god, I'm waiting for it. I don't know. The Last of Us Part 2. I don't know if any of you guys played that.
Yes, I hated it.
That game. Oh my god. Okay. I have to talk about this. Some of my friends were talking about it, and I was thinking like, there's no way it's gonna be bad. There's no way. I was playing through it and all that, and there was some stuff I was thrown off by, and there were some parts I didn't like. But at first, I did like it. But then the more I thought about it, I'm thinking, wait a minute. I did this. It was all for nothing. And I'm thinking, like, I wasted $60 on this piece of shit. And
those are my thoughts.
oh my,
I hate it.
I didn't hate it. Like, it's not as good as the first one. The graphics and the gameplay were amazing, but dog shit.
Yeah, but the story.
Yeah, I was telling Logan that like one thing that took me out of that game constantly was the size of Abby's arms.
Oh my god, yeah, that thing. It's funny. I'm never that guy who's like, oh, look how that woman looks, but oh my god, her arms. I'm like, am I supposed to like be? Is this supposed to be realistic? Like, what is this? And it's like, and what makes it worse, that's in a post-apocalyptic world. I get the situation she's in. I know she has a gym. I know she has a bunch of, food and all that. But is she hogging everything? Like, what is this crap? Like,
and that's uncomfortable.
Oh god, that was weird. Speaking of which, I heard they're trying to make a new Spawn movie, but I don't know how that's boring.
They want Jamie Foxx to play it because apparently Jamie Foxx should be able to play Spawn and Mike Tyson while being 50-something years old.
Yeah.
I mean, he's talented, so I guess.
No, Michael Jai White should always be Spawn. If there's a black superhero, 99 out of 100 times it should be Michael Jai White.
And Michael Jai White actually play him now. It's not much older than Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Michael Jai White was originally, he was the first Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, like I saw that movie like 10 years ago. I thought it was okay from what I remember. Like, I liked how Spawn looked, and there's some cool stuff, but I wasn't like what I was, but it was all right.
Dude, when that movie came out, it was a game changer, man.
Yeah, when did that come out? In the 90s?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
96.
I haven't seen it.
John Leguizamo.
Yeah, he was the clown,
John
wasn't he?
Leguizamo's Violator.
Yeah, the Violator, was it?
Yeah.
It's way better in the comics, in my opinion.
I have that first comic. I have the first comic.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I have it too.
You guys were mentioning Michael Jai White with Spawn. Well, we got to bring it around since this is the first podcast of 2021. We got to talk about Mike Tyson, of course. So Michael Jai White is supposedly they're in talks to fight Mike Tyson next. I just read. Yeah! So we got to throw that in there.
What?
Yeah, I just read that today.
Anybody else see that?
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Jai White is
Michael Jai White wins. Like, that's my problem. When an actor knocks out Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I know, right? And Michael Jai White actually played Tyson in a movie back in the day, like 10 years.
Had I known this was a thing of boxing has-beens, I would have shown up at Muhammad Ali's house, knocked him out, and just been like, "Hey, you know what? Not many people can say that."
Right. Yeah.
So Michael Jai White is an actual fighter. He does like UFC and karate and all of that stuff.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
I know he trains it. Yeah.
Oh,
He does.
You're gonna put that against Iron Mike Tyson. And it's not fair because people who were born in like mid 90s or late 90s, like I want them to make a really good documentary or really big movie on how like how they did The Last Dance with the Bulls. I want them to do one with Tyson where they show exactly how much of a game changer watching Mike Tyson come in and just kill people. Like he made people forget who they were in the ring.
Oh my god!
And they shouldn't make it with freaking Jamie Foxx either. It's bullcrap.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Well, if Will Smith can play Ali, I guess Jamie Foxx can do it.
That's true. They're doing that CGI thing. Although to this day, I still swear that people are like, "Oh no, that was Mark Hamill CGI'd onto Mark Hamill." That looked like Sebastian Stan being superimposed.
It did.
Yeah. I'll say this about another thing about 2020. Both Mandalorian and Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the last season, those are great. Those are great stuff that came out 2020 as well. That was actually there was actually a lot of good Star Wars content that year.
Oh yeah, Mandalorian was cool. I liked it this year.
Yeah, that was really good.
When it comes to Star Wars, I'm not too popular. Like people have said things like, "Oh, you should be ashamed of yourself," but like, because I really don't like the Star Wars movies. I really do prefer the TV shows like The Mandalorian and to go in that direction. And Hector, we talked about this too. Like with the movies, it doesn't feel like a galaxy anymore. Star Wars feels like the block. It feels like a neighborhood. It doesn't feel like a galaxy with all these characters.
I mean, I can see why, but I mean, my God, I hope no one kills me when I say this. But like, I actually like the sequel trilogy for the most part.
I like it too. I just have little issues with it. That's all.
Yeah. No, I understand. Like the whole Yeah, I mean, I have my problems too, but like, I enjoy them for what they are. I don't want to get into it too much because I'm worried that like someone's gonna attack him for my opinions. I know that's gonna happen.
I'm coming for you, Hector. We're coming for you.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, no, like, yeah. But yeah, I know I enjoyed Mandalorian. I thought that was good. Actually, that whole finale though, it's like, as you mentioned with Mark Hamill, I thought that was great. Just I was actually pleasantly surprised actually about that. But I really liked it. It's just the more I kept going, the more like, oh, this is actually getting pretty good. And also, I really enjoyed the Clone Wars that I mentioned. The last four episodes alone, that was incredible. That was like some of the best Star Wars content you'll ever see. And I really liked how it tied in with Revenge of the Sith, so much so it actually made me want to rewatch that movie. And I realized that movie was 15 years old, and I'm thinking like, oh my god, already? It's crazy. But like it was cool though how that, it was so good. Like it made me want to go back and watch all of it, and it makes me wish I could see a 4-hour cut of that movie with footage from the Clone Wars. It was that good.
And Rosario Dawson was awesome. I love that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was good too. Yeah. I really liked her. Yeah. Really, yeah. And
I know Jon Favreau's not going to erase the Disney era because they did reference Snoke. Remember?
Sort of. Yeah. It was like yeah. And I hope they don't erase it, because if they do, I don't know. I feel that it's just kind of weird. Again, it's not like. And also, guys, remember, it is not The Last of Us Part 2. The sequel trilogy is fine.
And I know, like you guys have, like Logan, Henry, Bob, you guys have kids. Is Star Wars a big deal to them at all? Because it seems like kids don't like Star Wars at all.
Yeah, my son loves them.
But I think it's because we love them, just like our fears end up becoming our children's fears.
Yeah, he got into Star Wars because of the video game, because I was playing Jedi Fallen Order, and then that's how he started getting into the Clone Wars and everything else, and now he loves it.
Because I read an article that said kids aren't into Star Wars, and their version of like Star Wars today is like the MCU or something,
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that because
I think it's bigger to them. Yeah, the MCU definitely is bigger.
Well,
yeah. Oh, definitely.
I mean, Star Wars came out of nowhere, and we got. Well, I wasn't alive until Jedi came out. But the big thing was like, I mean, man, the MCU, like that was boom, 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 boom. You were getting beat over your head with those movies, and I don't know, like. My kids like Star Wars because I like Star Wars. My kids know about Star Wars because I like, you know what I mean? The same with pretty much anything. But no, Mandalorian's really came towards them where now they want to watch it. And it was nice because it went back to being what Star Wars is supposed to be, which is a Western in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
do you guys know anybody that doesn't like the show? Like, that's all I've heard is positive things about it.
I have yet to run into one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say this: I'm not the biggest fan of the show. Like, I don't hate it. Like, again, like I've been watching, I've been really getting into it. Like, again, especially with this season. But like, it's one of those things where like I like it, but like some people saying like it's the best thing ever. I'm just kind of like, calm down. And I mean, again, glad you love it, but like it's just I don't think it's like, it's not like some out of body experience or anything like that. But no, I do like it. I do like the show. Like to reiterate.
And it makes me sad because like there have been people who said things like, "Oh, Niall, you don't like Star Wars," but I actually really do like Star Wars. I just know Star Wars can be better than what we're getting at the moment, like when it comes to the movies, at least.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that's why everyone loves Mando so much, is because we got crap for so long, and now all of a sudden we're getting something that's like pure, and we're like, all right, just don't get your hopes up. It's not going to hurt you, and then.
Yeah, I think that the part of the issue, and I do think this is genuine, it's like, people see the original trilogy as such a big thing, like it was so good and all that, and people just don't want to see that tarnished, or like changed or whatever. Again, I personally don't think the prequels not the prequels, the sequels mess up anything. Again, I think it makes sense because obviously, you have to keep in mind the prequels as well. I think if the original trilogy was, let's say if it was like the way it was and there was no prequels, I could kind of understand maybe why some people would hate the sequels.
And Hector, you weren't there, but at our local comic book shop, one of the guys from Star Wars who worked on the original movie, like the props and all of that, like with the spaceships and all of that, he was there and he was doing autographs for people. I have his autograph in the closet. That's how I think of it. But
it's in the closet.
Yeah. Like, he's a nice guy and all. Like, I'm sure he was cool in his younger years, but man, that was like the worst interview. Because I wanted to interview him so badly, and he would not speak. They're like, hey, don't speak to him, don't record anything. And I'm like, okay, I'll just get his autograph and nice to meet you.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah. But
I mean, I get it, but
You guys pumped for WandaVision next week?
Hell yeah.
oh yes,
Yeah.
dude, look at that.
2 episodes.
Yeah.
I've stayed away from the trailers, so I'm going in completely like new, and I've always saw the
Same
first
here.
trailer. That's
Same
it.
here.
I've been watching a lot of the trailers, not like every single one, but like I've been, I don't think they've really spoiled anything beyond like maybe little things, but even then, that's like it's like it's just like a little taste of what you could expect. But I really hope this. One thing I'm concerned about, and it is a genuine concern, because Kevin Feige said that according to this show, this is going to be this is going to be more connected to the movies. It's not going to be like the Netflix shows where it's kind of like doing its own thing, which was fine. But it was a little disappointing that it didn't really connect to the movies as much beyond like little references. But I don't want the shows to be, I don't want it connected to where, let's just say you watch Doctor Strange and Into the Multiverse of Madness, and you say like, oh, I have to watch that show in order to get into this, or in order to get into this movie, or vice versa. So I hope they don't make it a crutch where it is, where it's like, you have to watch this in order to understand that. So I hope they don't do that. And also, I want it to stand out. Like, I don't want it to be like, generic kind of thing, And I want it to stand out, because one of my biggest problems with the MCU is, while a lot of them are good or, solid or whatever, some of them just don't really stand out as much as they should, because some of them I really like, like Thor Ragnarok, the Spider-Man films, Captain America. I really enjoyed all those movies, but a lot of the other ones, like, they're either just like okay, or they're not really that interesting, or they're just there just to be a placeholder, Like Thor: The Dark World, in my opinion, is like the worst MCU movie, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Like, it's just kind of like, it's basically it's like basically like a television series, but like in movies, basically.
No, but they'll do cool stuff with like the visuals, because like, what's her name? Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet Witch, and Vision. Like, they do like crazy stuff in the comics that I think we'll get in the show, and you can tell that they have money, because even from the trailers, like the Winter Soldier and Falcon, like, they look like the movies. They're putting a lot of money into these shows, and you can tell.
Yeah, like which
Loki looks crazy. It looks like an action movie from like Hollywood. Like a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Marvel shows on Netflix, and I like those shows, some of them. But
Iron Fist.
Yeah,
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist.
Yeah, I was thinking, but like, those feel like they're not saving the world. They don't have the budget of the movies. They feel like they're saving like the block, like getting a cat out of a tree for a girl or something. Like, like they feel like the lower level heroes. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, which isn't a bad thing. Again, like I'm fine with, like Daredevil. That's like one of the best shows, in my opinion. Like, I love that show, and also Punisher was pretty good. So it was a bit of a slog to get through. Not because the show was bad, it was just the pacing, and plus, like, one thing I didn't really like about the Netflix show is that they were trying to like stretch out the 13 episode mark. It was like, how do we get to 13 episodes? Drag this one out. There, done. We got it.
Another thing too with like shows, I like more like the 7 episodes type seasons. Like, when I see like 13, 20 episodes, it's like, you can tell this in like at least 10 episodes or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Once they're like over 12, it's kind of a lot.
Yeah, like the whole, I heard it's gonna be 9 episodes, WandaVision. So, but I hope like it's not, again, dragged out or anything like that. Like, I want it to be like a good cohesive story. And though I wonder, is the show are the episodes gonna be like individual episodes where like you can watch it like on its own, or is it gonna be like one of those things where like it's like the like Game of Thrones or like the Netflix shows where like it's basically as like one continuous movie but like stretch out into like episodes?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be one continuous movie.
Yeah, because it's
Probably.
gonna be, they're only a half hour long, the episodes.
Oh really?
Oh, really?
Hour.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they said including credits 32 minutes or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So that's like, that made me really reluctant. Like, they don't want to give too much away, obviously, and this is supposed to lead us into Doctor Strange. But I was like, man, they're going to cram a lot of stuff into those 9 episodes then. Or we're not getting as much as we thought we were going to.
which I don't know. I hope it's the right balance. I just hope they balance it out. But since it's funny, like we're supposed to get Falcon and Winter Soldier first, or WandaVision. I don't know. I'm like a little confused though. Like, oh god, the thing with COVID like really threw me off. But also just because I've been hearing so much about this show and hearing about that show, so I'm just thinking like, what are they gonna do now?
Well, he said he's not telling anyone when Phase 4 ends. Black Widow, at this point, honestly, they need to throw Black Widow on Disney Plus. I know it sounds stupid, it might lose money, but you know what? Look at how much expectations were for Wonder Woman. Look how lackluster it went. I say Disney Plus, let people watch it because it has no ramifications on anything. No one's going to go to the theater and see Black Widow. Well, they probably will.
I mean, I would.
Right, but I mean, when we get to that point, we'll be able to see them and this and that. But
yeah, like
you got to put it on Disney Plus.
That I can agree with. I mean, on the one hand, I'm like thinking like I want to see this in the theaters, and I think I don't know. I think a part of me, maybe the reason why they want to release, maybe they want to wait until it actually gets a theatrical release, was because I heard so many people ever since after the first Avengers movie, like, you want a Black Widow movie, and it's like we finally got it, but then Endgame happened, and then like next thing she's dead, so it's like, okay, well, prequel, okay, whatever, cool, and now it's like, and then COVID, it's like, no, you're not gonna get it yet. And now it's just kind of like, well, I don't know, but I'm really excited for that movie mainly because, well, I do love Black Widow, but also because David Harbour. I love David Harbour so much.
Kevin's excited for a totally different reason.
I just hope it's great. I don't know, but I'm also excited for it because that seems more like a standalone thing. That's another thing. Like, I know I keep saying that a lot, but like I want these movies to really stand on their own and like have like a distinct identity. And from what I've seen of Black Widow, it looks like that. And knowing that David Harbour's gonna be there, like I'm like, okay, let's go. Like, come on.
Speaking of David Harbour, what about Stranger Things? Is that still a thing?
Yeah,
I read it's still going on.
I read August. It's supposed to come back.
But the best thing is, can we just talk about the fact that Robert Englund is in Stranger Things? Like,
yes.
Wait, what?
Two amazing things.
Yeah, he got cast a while ago. You didn't see it?
I didn't know that. I thought I didn't know he was still doing stuff. Okay, well, I kind of knew, but in terms of Stranger Things, I didn't know.
I was just excited, like someone finally put peanut butter, on our chocolate. Like, so we got two things we want.
I'm curious though whether or not he's going to be invading people's dreams. That I want to know.
Well, I wish they would have just given him the name Fred, like, or just former. Just give a nod. We all know it's taking place.
Yeah, maybe his last name will be Kruger. You don't know.
So I mean, I don't know. I'm excited for it but this isn't the last season then. They said
not that I know of.
Yeah, so then it's like, all right, so this season and then we have the final season. And I don't know, it'll be interesting.
I know we don't talk about music too much, but I want to talk about MF Doom because he recently passed away. He's a very good like lyricist and all of that. And even if you're like someone who doesn't like the music or the genre of the music, you got to see his music video, all caps, because it's like a comic book. And it's like the artwork by Steve Ditko. So he was a real like creative artist and he was always underrated in my opinion. And his album covers were like really, really good. And his whole gimmick was that he's the villain of the rap world and he would wear a metal mask and a green hoodie like Dr. Deuce. So that's
okay.
Oh, okay. I've never heard his music, so I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I've never heard his music either.
Everyone was hit with that.
I'd check it out on Spotify.
Yeah, MF stands for Metal Face, and he also went by the name Victor Vaughn, which was another album he did. And
gee, I wonder who he's referring to.
I know. And he was just really, really creative. He was one of my favorites actually. What else? But his music video, all caps, was really good. Like just the artwork in that video is amazing.
Yeah, I'll definitely give that a watch, especially knowing that Steve Ditko was involved, and also just out of respect. I haven't really heard of his music. I didn't even know that he was a thing. No disrespect to him. It's just sometimes you hear something and then I'm thinking like, yeah. So that's the thing.
Swim. If you guys watched Adult Swim back in the day, like 1 a.m, he was on that. Yeah.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
I'm looking forward to it to also Spider-Man 3, but my only issue is, oh my god, like what are they doing with the story? Because I really hope they don't. Because seriously, like look at what they're adding. Look, I'm really excited, but I'm kind of terrified. They're adding Alfred Molina back, which I'm excited for. Jamie Foxx's Electro made me go, and then you have some other people coming back, and I'm thinking like, okay, this is cool and all, but guys, what are you doing?
Well, my thing is they're bringing back all these people, but it's like Tom Holland is almost forgotten about.
Yeah, because I don't know. I really hope because what I heard Kevin Feige was trying to do is like they wanted to make it like a Peter Parker centric story, and I'm thinking like that sounds good, and it makes sense considering how Far From Home the mid credit scene went. So, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense with the whole multiverse thing because they did hint at it in Far From Home, but even then, it's like I don't know. I'm a little concerned how they're going to turn out because one of the biggest problems with Spider-Man 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which by the way, I like Spider-Man 3 or at least more than most people.
Yeah,
but I will. Yeah, like I thought it was fine for what it was.
It was fine.
Yeah, like, but like my big but however, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 on the other hand, that was like jam-packed with like characters and stories, and a lot of it didn't really come to a satisfying conclusion. So are they gonna be able to do it? I mean, I have some faith because Kevin Feige's in there. But on the other hand, I don't want to put too much faith in it because, like, if I do, then I'm going to be disappointed.
Because Sony's trying to do their thing, and it's like, Kevin Feige can only do so much,
Yeah, and also, are they doing this because they have a genuinely good story, or they're writing this off into the Spider-Verse?
No, what they want to do is Sony's been trying to do it for like 10 years. They just want to do the Sinister Six. That's the only reason.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, but again, maybe also because so many people have been saying like, oh, I want to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield all together, and it's like, yeah, that'd be great, and I'm all down for that. I really am. But again, will it actually work and will it make sense? And
if they don't do that meme with Spider-Man, all three of them pointing at each other, I'm gonna hide.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my god,
it's gotta be in there.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious if they actually did that. Any other upcoming movies? Actually, there's another one. Godzilla versus King Kong. That should be pretty fun.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I didn't like the last one that much, but I don't know. I'll see how this one goes.
The last King Kong?
The last Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I had mixed feelings. Millie Bobby didn't need to be in that movie at all.
No, she didn't. And it was too much. It was too much human stuff in it. Like I know you have to balance it. All of the Godzilla movies do that. But like there was too much focus on the humans. Yeah,
right.
But in the fight scenes needed to be they needed to light them better. Everything was like in the dark. I couldn't see like half of that movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I gotta look at the budget on that movie because like that'd be. I don't know, but for me, like I didn't see that one, but I did see the first Godzilla movie, which it was okay.
Yeah,
I thought
it was
alright.
good. Yeah.
And I also enjoyed Kong Skull Island. I actually quite enjoyed that one.
Yeah, okay. I like that one.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. So I hope I really hope they do hopefully balance it out. I really hope the fight is pretty brutal because I don't want it to be just like, like, oh my god, like this one's gonna win, obviously, or I don't want to be biased, just because I'm more of a Kong guy.
Yeah, I like the whole idea, like this whole universe. Like it's cool, like as a whole. I just need them to like if they're gonna do this movie, I hope it looks good. I hope just don't focus too much on the humans. That's like the main thing.
Yeah, don't pull out Transformers. Just don't do that.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Or Michael Bay Transformers to be specific.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel about Soul? That was an excellent movie.
Oh god,
I still haven't seen it.
Funny story. I was trying to watch it with my parents and all that, but for some reason the subtitles weren't working, and my parents were like saying the TV sound was horrible. So we just kind of just stopped, and I wanted to see it, but from what I saw so far, it was pretty interesting. And then actually, I don't think it's a spoiler because it's right if I say what happens it's literally just at the beginning. Let's say it, but again, it's not like a major thing. It's just something that happens at the beginning. But from what I've seen so far, I do like it. But it's just like obviously it's just at the very beginning, so it's like.
No, I think like the metaphors and themes and all that smart people stuff, I think they're excellent, to be honest. Like, I wanted to say, like, not that I think kids are like, not intelligent or anything, but I feel like some of the themes will go over their head a little bit. But I feel like it's a movie that you can actually have a conversation with. Like, you know, like if your son like, hey Billy, what's going on? So this is a movie that talks about so and so, and it could be a good conversation for your kids, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think it's really focused on young kids. It's the most intellectual movie they have in Pixar, and it's definitely focused on teenagers and older audience to get all the messages in the movie.
And it's the same director as Monster Incorporated, and I like that director. I don't know his name.
Pete Docter.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
He, you know, he doesn't talk down to kids. Like, I found it interesting in the movie Soul. They mentioned hell. They Jamie Foxx says to Tina Fey's character, "You sound like a middle-aged white woman," or something like that. So I thought that was a little surprising. But like, you know, he doesn't treat kids like they're idiots. Like, you know, it's not like here's an animated movie with dolls farting or something. You know.
Yeah.
Pixar movies are always like
You
that.
got the New York Knicks too.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I cracked up at that part. I had a point.
I like that where he's like, oh, I love doing that to them.
Like, I'm messing with this team for like a really long time. And he misses a dunk. That's the New York Knicks, though.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I knew I was getting into it when I didn't try to figure out whose voice was who. You know what I mean? I didn't know until I looked on IMDb. Like sometimes you'll notice that voice. But no, that movie was meant for kids and parents to like, you know, watch together, but for the parents to really kind of get hit in the stomach with it. You know what I mean? Like, at least personally, I was watching. I'm just like, oh man, yeah, it was a damn good movie.
That was
definitely
awesome.
one of Disney's better ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm using somebody's like Disney Plus account, and I'm trying to like I'm basically kind of going through like all the Pixar movies I haven't seen. So like I finally watched Toy Story 3 because I had missed it like years ago.
What did you
So
think?
like I really liked it. I
wow.
was surprised at how good it was. I was like, because I've been kind of like off of Disney for a while, and then I was like, no, I need to watch, because I just watch mostly dramas and stuff. I was like, let me just start going through Disney movies, and I watched that one, but it was really good. The ending like really got to me too. I was
Oh
like,
my
I was like,
Oh, dude, the apocalyptic ending. Man,
yeah.
No,
that
I'm
was
not.
so damn unsettling.
It's
Yeah.
funny. It's funny. I didn't really cry that much in that sequence, but I cried more when Andy and Bonnie were playing. I don't know why. It just got to me. Like I can't even sit through that movie anymore because of that. It's horrible.
Yeah,
Like when I saw Toy Story 3, I was like a grown man on the edge of my seat. Like, oh my god, are they gonna kill Buzz and Woody? What the hell?
Yeah.
Don't you do
God.
it?
That actually, funny thing. I saw someone edit. I don't know how they did this. I don't know how, but they edited the ending where it actually looks like Woody, Buzz, and everyone else got killed, and the mom was like watching, and she's like, "Wait, that's not how it ends." It's like, that's horrible. But thankfully, they didn't show what actually happened. But I thought that was funny because I'm like thinking, like, if that actually happened, that would have been like, damn.
No, Toy Story messed me up when I was a kid. Like, I remember going to my toys and just being like, "It's okay, it's okay." Like, just really like.
Yeah.
Better than Toy Story 4.
Yeah, I want to see that one just to finish it out.
Toy Story 4.
No, I haven't seen it yet. Not yet. I'm going to like I've seen the first two, and then I just kind of dropped off at some point.
I didn't care for Forky. I didn't really care.
I love 4. That actually might be my favorite. Actually, believe it or not, I don't know. I think it's just because like I didn't really expect that much from it. I mean, I was hoping it was good, but when I watched it and everything, I was actually pleasantly surprised with the story and all that. I just like Woody's arc in that movie, like him trying to figure out, like as kind of like a parent in a way, what to do after when you leave your kid. Well, you know what I mean. So I just thought it was interesting. Like I really liked his arc, you know. So and also it was kind of cool seeing some of the new toys and all that, and Keanu Reeves as I'm trying to remember Duke Kaboom. Yeah, that was great.
To me, that's more of like Woody's story than like a Toy Story story.
Yeah, I agree.
It was like Iron Man 3. Movie.
Yeah.
Completely different from the others.
Of Toy Story 4, it's like
it was so great.
Well, like I feel like the lesson with like Toy Story 4 is like, yeah, you're old, nobody loves you anymore.
Damn.
I mean, we have to start telling the kids now, because once you're 50, I'm pretty sure it's over at that point.
Yeah, stay at the carnival.
Right before you send grandma to the old folks home, have them watch Toy Story 4. They'll totally get it.
Oh my god.
Grandma, it's fine. You'll make new friends. Here's a fork. It'll be fun. All of us will get it. It'll be a good family joke, and no one will be sad about Grandma.
I would love to go to an old folks home when I'm like that age. It'd be awesome.
That is fucked up.
No, like you get to do whatever you want, and every excuse is, "Oh, he's old. It's okay."
Okay.
That's true. That was my whole. My wife laughs and tells people all the time. She's like, he wants to grow old so he can just walk around in his boxers in a public park and just flick off kids, and people can't say anything because he's old.
Yeah.
If I could do that shit now, I'd be doing it. I kind of do at times at my own kids. I don't flick them off, but I walk around the boxers and think really bad thoughts. But
whoa, that escalated quickly.
I guess another thing, maybe in terms of like what's coming up later. I mean, this is actually coming out really like late 2021. But I guess Matrix 4. Any thoughts on that one?
No.
Not really, no.
I haven't seen enough. Yeah, I don't know about it yet.
I'm more into Halloween. That's what I'm waiting for. Halloween Kills.
The new Halloween movie?
Yep. Yeah. It was supposed to come out in October. We got screwed out of that one, so here's hoping it comes out this October.
Yeah. Actually, I really enjoyed the just a quick before I get to Halloween quickly. Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious about Matrix 4 because I love the first one. Second one was enjoyable. Third one was okay, but really anticlimactic. It was like one of those endings where it's like this feels really anticlimactic, and then it just cuts to black. That's pretty much how it felt for me. So I was, but yeah, it's just a quick little thing I want to say on Matrix. But yeah, back to Halloween. I really did enjoy the last one that came out a couple years back. That was really well done, and that was actually one of the better Halloween films. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do. I heard it's gonna be a lot more crazy than the last one, which I mean, it has to be.
Oh yeah, no, they're picking this one as more action packed as the last one, and I was like, all right,
so they say. Yeah, they say that. We'll see.
Yeah, but
it.
Huh?
I said,
what?
Kenny Powers, Dan McBride, is he writing it? Did you write it? The new ones?
Yeah,
he wrote it. He wrote the reboot, right?
Wait, Danny McBride did?
Yeah, David
Gordon Green.
I know that.
And Scott Teem.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's David Gordon Green and him are like buddies. They work.
Stallone is in a new movie called Samaritan.
Yes.
Director of Overlord, one of the most underrated zombie movies in like the last 10 years.
Yeah, I was really.
That was a badass movie.
It looks badass.
It does.
Also, M. Night Shyamalan has something on Apple TV.
Servant, yeah.
Servant, yeah.
Is it good?
I don't know. I don't have Apple TV.
I watched a few episodes. It's pretty strange. It's a weird concept. Like the main character and his wife have a baby, but like it's hinted at that like something happened to they got pregnant earlier and like the baby died, but like the wife is so distraught about the baby dying, they like bring in like this doll basically to like comfort her, and the doll like comes alive like and looks like a real baby. It's real weird. It's M. Night Shyamalan. Yeah, and Rupert Grint from Harry Potter's in it as like her brother. So you don't know if she's like nuts, but like it's crazy. Like,
that is,
I don't know how to explain it.
That is the weirdest description for a movie ever. But it's M. Night Shyamalan, makes sense.
Yeah, it's weird.
No, because I still have yet to watch any of the second season of Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone, so I should probably put all those around the same time.
It was okay. I enjoyed it. Deadpool's wife was in one episode. Some other people.
I wonder if we'll ever figure out her name. His name.
It starts with the M.
That Twilight Zone was phenomenal. Like there were a couple that I was kind of like, but overall that was fantastic. It was a lot better than Forrest Whitaker's 1992 one.
Yeah. Right. Did you see the episode with the guy who was listening to a podcast on the
plane? yeah, Terra 2200 or whatever the international flying altitude is. Yeah. That one was amazing because it's a retelling of the classic Terra at 20,000 feet.
Mm-hmm. The Shatner one, Shatner episode.
And then in the movie, it was the Lithgow one.
And then it was Adam Scott, right? He's the actor in that episode.
Yeah, dude, I really, really liked that one. Like that one blew my mind. Not blew my mind, but one of the few times you watch something that is their cue, like when Sherlock for BBC did Hound of the Baskervilles, something that property is known for and it hangs its hat on, like that. This one actually came through and was actually decent. Like I was really happy with that.
And it's on CBS, which is pretty cool since that's not a really great network or streaming service. It's a pretty good show.
Bob, you said you didn't see the second season of Jordan Peele's Twilight. Okay, never mind.
No, I want to, but I just, like I said, CBS, and it'll come around. I'll find it.
But I think at CBS, I think of Walker, Texas Ranger, and like shady shows like that.
Yeah.
Like shows I would never watch, you know? Like,
Right.
who cares? But it's a pretty good show.
Oh, I guess that's another movie that was supposed to come out last year, but it didn't, and of course months earlier, but again delayed. Any thoughts on No Time to Die, that new James Bond movie?
No.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see that one.
I'm interested to see Rami Malek as the villain and see what that'll be about. Is that going to be Dr. No? I know people have said that that's what it's going to be about, that old villain.
Is he like Two-Face?
Like, yeah, he has
like a mask.
He kind of looks like that. Yeah.
It's like
just yeah. Like I'm just like, I don't know. I'm kind of interested in it. I'm not like super crazy about it, but I've enjoyed a lot of Daniel Craig's the time as as James Bond. Like I love Casino Royale. Quantum of Solace is okay. It was fine. I love Skyfall. Skyfall was phenomenal.
Skyfall was the best, I thought, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. And Spectre was okay. It's just kind of, so I hope this one is actually great, and I hope this is like the last great because I heard this is gonna be his last one.
His last one, supposedly, yeah.
He's been saying that ever. So.
Right.
It's like when Michael Bay doing Transformers. He's like, this might be my last one.
Like he said it so much, it's lost its impact now, in my opinion.
Like his goodbye tour.
It's like, so here's this. I'm doing this, and then it's like done. It's like no,
maybe
no.
Now that he's got Knives Out with that character, maybe he'll finally be done with this character.
That is what I'm excited for, is for a Knives Out sequel. Well, not a sequel, but you know what I mean, a continuation of the character. I mean, it's funny that you could go back. Like I keep telling everyone when they go, "Do you like it?" I said it's an old Agatha Christie novel. It feels like it's exactly what it was supposed to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another movie that I'm looking forward to that's supposed to come out last year, but it's coming out in this year, is Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh, damn right.
Yeah.
That's one of my big ones.
Josh, for that.
We've got a teaser for it. We haven't been given much, but I'm
which
pretty
is nice.
Stoked for that. I don't want them to ruin anything, right?
Not to mention, like, it was supposed to come out that long ago. Like they could have easily bombarded the hell out of us with every scene and couple trailers, and then it would end up just falling down, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
It hints at in the trailer, like one of the kids, one of the Ghostbusters being her grandpa, I think it is, which I think is Egon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says Spangler on one of them.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And Paul Rudd's in it as a teacher, so I'm interested to see like what
the
whole thing.
And I do like the fact that he's like, wait, you guys don't know who the Ghostbusters are? Like, they're going right off the lore there. I was like, all right, cool. So let's.
They're completely ignoring the 2016 version.
No.
Which is even better.
I actually thought the 2016 movie was okay. Like, I don't know. Again, it was just. Like,
it was
I didn't think it was that bad. Because I did find it funny, and there's some parts I liked, but I can see why some people weren't into it. But again, it's not like
it has the same problem. It has the same problems a lot of those comedies have, where every scene like kind of went 30 minutes way too long. It's like just get to the Ghostbuster, and then it's like a line-o-rama thing. But like I liked it. It was fun.
I only saw the first Ghostbusters. I never saw the sequels or even the animated show.
Yeah,
the animated show is my.
I like the animated one.
It was big back in my childhood.
Oh yeah, that show. Yeah, I haven't really watched that show, and I've only seen parts of Ghostbusters. But like I know that cartoon was like a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you've only seen parts of the movie Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really. It's funny, like. I don't know. I guess it's just never really been that appealing to me. But however, I will definitely watch it when I can. I don't know, for some reason. I don't know. It's just sometimes like I have to be really into it, or to actually like watch it. But but I have seen parts of it, and I like it from what I've seen. But it's not like
something I want to go into and be like, yes, you know.
Hector, you have homework to do. Kevin, you're
Yes.
assignment.
A lot of homework.
Hector, your assignment: watch the first 2 Ghostbusters.
Hector, you
Yes.
better fucking log in.
I guess
class.
First.
Yeah, I guess since we're mentioning Ghostbusters, and I guess it's sort of creepy. This isn't like my most anticipated or anything, but like only because I am interested, and plus like I hope this gets rid of the terrible taste that is those movies done by Paul W.S. Anderson. But I'm kind of curious how that Resident Evil movie is going to turn out, because here's the thing. I know the video game movies have been having a bad reputation, but I've heard this one's going to be more faithful to the actual games. And plus, since I'm getting into the Resident Evil games, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. And the cast I like. So, again, I'm hoping it's good. And I hope, like, again, it's a lot better than what we've been getting with Paul W.S. Anderson, because I've only seen 2 of them. And at the time, I thought they were fine. But looking at them now, I'm, like, thinking, were they on drugs doing this? Like, what the fuck is this crap?
You know, speaking of Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, I know that's a thing. That movie's banned in China or something, right?
Yeah, that was the thing.
Do you know why it's banned in China? Because they apparently make a really silly joke, and I'm just like, get out of here.
I heard it was. I'm trying to remember what the line was, but I heard. Yeah, I did hear about that.
It was Tony Jaa. He makes a joke in the movie. Someone's like, "What type of knees do you have?" And he's like, "Chinese."
Oh my god.
And that's
so dumb. Like that's the offensive joke. Like
yeah.
Oh.
The movie I want to see really bad is Free Guy.
That one I wanted to see actually. That was actually kind of fun. And
Looks like Grand Theft Auto in a movie form.
Yeah, that sounds like it kind of looks like it'd be fun, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it just looks like a fun concept. Like, you know, an everyday NPC player becomes like a big shot or something. I don't know. It looked really wacky based on the trailer, but it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I want to see the Wes Anderson movie. I was really excited for the new one. The French Dispatch. Yeah, it looked really good. It looks really good. Yeah. Yeah, no, that one looks good. But I don't know when it's coming out, because that's a Fox movie, and then all that stuff. They were like, maybe it'll go on Hulu or maybe it'll go in theaters. I don't know. And most of those Wes Anderson movies, like every time they come out, it always takes like a bunch of weeks to come out here, because like it's always New York and LA, and then like we always get them like way like months later or something, like a month or so later. But like it looks crazy though. Like, and I think it looks like it's gonna be like separate like chapters or separate stories or something like that. But it looks like a typical Wes Anderson movie. Looks crazy.
So like an anthology movie, or just like.
I think it looks like it's gonna be like an anthology movie kind of sort of thing. Cause I think it's like from what I got from the trailer, it was like it's set in like a newspaper, and I think it's like each one is its story, so it's basically like an anthology, and it seems like everyone has like its own like aspect ratio and stuff.
Oh, okay, that's actually kind of a neat concept.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I like all the other ones, so yeah.
Logan, I thought of an underrated movie, and I don't know if you'll agree with me. Villains with Mika Monroe and Bill Skarsgård.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that was supposed to be in theaters too.
Mm-hmm. I watched it. I think I watched it on Hulu, but yeah, it was really, really well done.
Yeah.
What about the sleeper hit, Hubie Halloween?
Hubie Halloween, yeah, that was on my list too. That was a really great movie. I went in with low expectations, had a great time with it.
Yeah.
I love that damn movie.
You brought your thermos with you wherever you go now.
That movie should not have been as good as it was. I was like, I'm gonna lower my expectations for it, and then I was like, it's like a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. And then he was throwing up and stuff. I was like, okay, it like weirdly made me laugh harder than I thought it was going to.
No, it's just funny because, my youngest one will be like, and then he does this and he throws up on people and then he talks funny and like, he's like, we need to watch it again. And so we end up watching.
Yeah, didn't you say that your son saw it like 9 times or something?
Yeah, that was in the first week. Like, we've seen that quite a bit. Oh, dude, he's into it. Like, they go on binges.
Sounded like me when I was watching Wayne's World as a kid.
Oh, dude.
1,000 times.
It'll be like July. I can still watch Hubie Halloween.
My God.
Well, you know what? Here's another underrated movie of 2020, but this is probably just a personal opinion one. I loved Bill and Ted Face the Music. I did. I absolutely freaking loved everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the daughters a lot, actually. They were really good in the movie. Like, I want them to have a spin-off.
It wouldn't surprise me if they do. Like, it just makes more sense. Or if, I mean.
Well, you said the daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's Keanu Reeves' daughter?
Excellent. Because
she played Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's
better Keanu Reeves than Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
Like, you see her. Oh yeah, she's the sister in Atypical. Well, so she's doing a impression of Keanu Reeves in the first movie, and she nails it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah.
Better than Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Keanu Reeves an actual guy.
Yeah, he wasn't that good in the movie. He was pretty stiff, but
yeah, like
his daughter was good. He was like, whoa.
I mean, that's what Keanu Reeves does at the time.
Well,
nothing against. Like, I love Keanu. I'm just saying that's what he does half the time. Just like, whoa.
No, I think he's stiff in the movie because, like, the actress playing his daughter, I'm like, I was wondering if he was like, is this girl making fun of me? Like,
just like punched her.
Wrong set, Keanu. This isn't
Wrong
John Wick.
set. John Wick 4.
Yeah, what kind of world is this where Ted is John Wick? John Wick should be Ted. Like, it's kind of ass backwards.
No, it's the world where Ted ended up going to military school. Like his dad got his way.
Yeah.
Went to military school. John Wick.
Yep. Came back as the boogeyman. Another movie I was looking forward to this year, Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
Huge fan of the first movie.
I
They
hope
got
it
pushed
comes out
back.
like it's supposed to, July 4th weekend.
Yeah.
Are they doing the July 4th?
Yeah, July 3rd, I think it comes out.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's
It's to it.
It's
Yeah,
South
right
America.
here it's saying July 1st, but
It's coming July 2nd.
All right,
it's
well,
it's all over
still,
the place.
holiday
Yeah.
weekend. That's gonna be awesome. Another movie I'm looking forward to is Dune. Warner Brothers.
Yes,
That's
that
got
I've heard a lot about.
Stacked, and really looking forward to that. That also got pushed back to this year.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully.
Book.
Yeah.
Nice.
So those are two flicks I'm looking forward to.
And what was it? Dune's going to HBO Max, as is Congress, Godzilla, and all that.
All the Warner Brothers
Yeah.
stuff is, I
Oh,
believe.
I heard Legendary's fighting it.
There
Oh,
was just some
Legendary
news on it
is-
today, actually. I just saw it on my phone that HBO's doing some deal with a bunch of them to give them a certain percentage of what a certain percentage of what the projected box office is on each film to try to get those directors and everybody back on board with it.
Yeah.
So they're trying to pay them up front so they won't be all pissed for
Well, and
putting them on
Kong
the
and
streaming
Godzilla
service.
is apparently going to go theater and HBO Max. Like, that's what they're wanting.
I think that's what they're trying to do.
I guess.
In terms of all the Warner Brothers properties, that's what they're going to be doing with all of them. The one that's going to be on HBO Max. So Godzilla vs. King Kong, the Suicide Squad, all that stuff. So actually, because now that we're bringing it up, do you guys have any thoughts on that whole situation in regards to HBO Max versus movie theaters? Because for me, I understand both points because I really love going to the movie theaters, like I really do. But on the other hand, I understand, but I also want to, stay safe and all that. So HBO Max, I feel is like the good way to go. But so I feel like I kind of see it as like a win-win. But I can understand why some people are kind of like, they're on this side or they're on that side.
Not to sound like a Debbie Downer or anything, but I feel like the full theater experience, not just theaters, but like concerts and all of that. I think it'll be another year. Like, we won't see that like 2020.
I was going to say 2022 is when I'm picturing everything to come back.
It'll be limited capacity. Yeah.
Same
Well, maybe 2023. But the only reason I'm saying that is because Avengers Endgame, when that whole thing, 2023, that was the year when everything was like, finally, everything's back to normal.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope not, but I'm just saying, like, it's just, I don't know, like, I mean, I would laugh if that's what happens, like, 2023, like, everything's, like, back to normal, and it's like, yes, finally, so, I don't know, and they've been hilarious if that happened, but I hope, like, things do go back to normal eventually, like, hopefully, maybe by this year, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Not to sound like
it's gonna be another year, probably, that's all I'm saying.
Probably, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. You know?
And then in 2022, that's when you'll start to see things like slowly come back. Like there's and all of that stuff.
For the whole
theaters, concerts.
Warner Brothers HBO Max things, they have too many movies lined up now. You can't keep pushing movies off until next year. They're going to have to go to the streamers. I mean, what are they going to do? Keep making movies? They're going to release 2 or 3 blockbusters in the same studio on the same weekend, going up against other movies. It's going to be impossible for them to make enough money anyway. So.
Yeah, they're not going to make that much money when they're coming from the same studio, the same opening weekend. The numbers are going to be super low, so they have to release them on streamers like HBO Max to make money.
Yeah. And just keep it for 4 years.
I just thought, like all the Disney movies, they probably would have made $1 billion. I think if Black Widow came out, that would make a lot of money. Like Soul probably would have been the top one. I think a lot of the animated movies really.
I think one would have done like a lot more. Probably.
Maybe Wonder Woman would have done well, but again, I don't. But after seeing the response, I don't know how well it would have done. Maybe
it would have done great the opening weekend.
Yeah.
And then
but I think like second weekend would have dropped.
Yeah, it would have done okay enough where they'll be like, okay, we'll do more of them, but not like a big like record-breaking thing.
Yeah, I think Soul would have broke some records, honestly.
Yeah.
Dude, what if the COVID thing wasn't a problem? What about Dune? Do you think Dune had any chance of breaking box office records?
Yeah, I think it would.
Dune's going to be a huge thing.
Yeah,
because like one of my friends, like I kid you not, he's been posting like so much Dune stuff. It's like his religion or something. Like he's just like obsessed with it. It's like it looks cool.
Good. Yeah, it looks good. I just feel like it's one of those movies though that it's gonna be I'm sure it's gonna be good, but like it might bomb. Like just because it looks very thinky, it looks very very hard sci-fi. And like those kind of exactly. Yeah. Those kind of movies, like they're good and they'll build like an audience on home video or streaming, but like they don't. I mean, who knows? Maybe in a way, maybe this will help. Like I don't know when this movie's gonna come out. They said this year, and we don't know how it's gonna turn out. Maybe it'll help in a way because I know it's supposed to be in theaters and on HBO Max. So I don't know.
Yeah. Though actually, it's funny. It's funny with the whole thing with the pandemic happening. It's funny how like in 2019, like it's funny like when COVID happened, like 3 months before, we got a movie that a lot of people thought, "What the fuck was this?" Cats. I don't know if anyone remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
I saw that one.
I didn't see it.
I took the bullet with that.
Oh god, no! It's funny because I saw some comments like on the trailers, which oh my god, I still remember watching those trailers thinking like, what the fuck is this? Like it looks so bad. Like and the thing is like if people are saying like, oh like it's not finished, I'm like, then why release it? Like come on. but anyway, so it's funny like some of the comments are saying stuff like that like we suffered because this movie happened, like 2020 happened because of Cats happening. That's how bad it is. I can kind of see why, because yikes. Like, do you think what do you think was the moment like in terms of movies that 2020 was like, you know what, guys, we're gonna make you suffer?
Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad. I actually liked the movie, but
So
bad. I like Rise of Skywalker, but it's fine. Like it's just and I actually believe it or not, that was actually the last movie I saw before the whole COVID thing happened.
Sorry about that.
I'm not. I really liked it personally, but again, it's fine. It's just again, I mean, like as I said, I experienced Last of Us Part 2. You could do whatever worse. but yeah. So I'm kind of wondering, like, I wonder what else maybe could have potentially led into that whole 2020 thing. It's funny, how that happened, and then they led into this, and people are just like, we suffered because of this. We reached too far or something.
Hey, real quick, just so everyone knows, someone just texted me that they have Eagle Fang karate shirts out now.
Yes, I'm gonna get one. I'm totally gonna get one.
Hot Topic, they have them on sale 30% off pre-sale. It's like $17 for an extra large.
Eagles don't have fangs.
And on the back it says "bite like an eagle."
That's hilarious.
What are you, a bunch of pussies or something?
God, I'm gonna have to rewatch that whole thing.
Yeah, me too. That's so good.
I wonder if like Tenet, how Tenet would have done.
I don't.
yeah.
It would have been it would have made money, but I think it would have been the lower money maker of Nolan's. It was a lot of people I talked to said it was very. They didn't like it. It was very alienating.
Yeah, I saw when I saw it. I personally wasn't that into it. Like I'm impressed by what like it was trying to do, but like I watched it with my mom because she was just desperate to get it at the house. She just was like she just put her hands up and was like I'm done. I can't do it, and just fell asleep. But I think that movie's like more challenging to like. I don't think it would have broke. Like it would have done really well, but I don't know. That movie I think is more divisive than a lot of the Nolan stuff is. Yeah, I think it would have made money though.
It would have made money. I don't think it would have made a lot of money, but it would have made some money.
Yeah.
Compared to other flicks that came out like Soul would have killed it and made billions.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what
Maybe
I mean?
like like
I mean,
I think like something like Trolls World Tour or something, because that was a big thing. Like when they put that on VLT, and that was like a whole controversy. That would have done good because kids like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it's not my thing, but it would have done really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, and actually, I wanted to see Tenet, but again, because of the situation, I know it's on Blu-ray right now. I'm actually gonna try and watch it when I can because it actually does look kind of cool. It kind of looks like a James Bond time inversion thing. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but it does look. The premise looks kind of interesting, So.
Yeah, just check it out and see like what you think. Cause I know again, like I'm on like Letterboxd. Everybody there goes from 1 to like 5 stars. It's like all across the board, just different opinions.
Yeah,
everybody has about it.
I'm sure give me that guy in the middle, like saying like, oh, I liked it, but I wasn't crazy about it. But it looks neat, And I like Christopher Nolan. I liked Inception, and of course I love the Dark Knight trilogy. Mm-hmm. So I'm just kind of wondering, like, and I like his content, so I'm just curious what's about.
Yeah, like the worst you can say, like at least he's trying different things. There's not really like a lot. We don't get like a bunch of directors now. Like everybody just kind of does like the franchise stuff. Like at least he's doing his own thing, which like I can respect that.
Yeah, and Christopher Nolan, like he's a genuinely talented guy. Like he genuinely likes doing what he's doing, and he wants to do new stuff, and I like that. Again, I want people to do that, and again, I'm all for franchise movies, and I'm all I'm into that.
Stuff. Yeah.
But but on occasion, it's nice to like kind of get out of your comfort zone and see like hey, what's this about?
Yeah, like it's fun. Like every now and again, I'll put on like the MCU or whatever, but like it's good to like kind of try different things too. Yeah.
It's like trying new food, it's just it's something may look a little weird, but maybe you think, oh, this could be good, and then you try it, and sometimes it's like the best thing ever, and then other times it makes you go, try it, and then other times it makes you want to vomit.
Basically, yeah.
I kind of like comparing movies to food. Actually, I've been trying to like rate food, rate movies with food. I'm trying to think of like, because like most recently when I reviewed Wonder Woman, I was saying like it's like the best course or something. I don't know. I'm trying to remember exactly what I said, but I was like, I don't know. It's like I love that movie so much, the first Wonder Woman, and I'm like thinking like trying to think of a good rating. Like it's like the best sandwich ever or something. I don't know. I don't know. This is fun. This is my first podcast actually doing, so this is actually pretty fun to do.
Yeah, man, and you write some pretty cool Facebook reviews, so feel free to share that with us, man. They're great. Like Ben Affleck with his coffee, it's time to drop this thing, at least for now.
Oh, no.
But for episode 101 with the CinePhellas, we were joined by Hector. Hector, I hope you can join us again. We honestly loved having you, and welcome to the CinePhellas family, as I like to say. So
thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good first podcast, Hector.
Yeah, I lost my podcast virginity.
The fellas popped your cherry. I like that. But anyway, For CinePhellas, I'm Niall Fortner.
Armando Venegas.
Hector Jaramillo.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Uncle Henry.
And old Uncle Logan.
Now, Logan, tell Hector what we always say after every podcast.
Cheese!
Cheese!
Oh, you got fucking